We'll get into some more keys to the game and predictions for OU Texas coming up here on a Locked On crossover edition.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Again, thanks for making Locked On Longhorns, Locked On Sooners, and the Locked On Network your first listen every single day. So shout out to all the everydayers out there. Subscribe to the shows wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Network. Your team every day. Sorry, struggling because I'm just so excited about this game. Jay, we're going to start with you. Give me the biggest key to this game for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Biggest key is still going to be run game. We need a 100-yard rusher. Actually, we just need a 50-yard rusher. We get a 50-yard rusher. I think that will be enough of a challenge for Texas where they have to respect everything. And that's from a running back, not from the quarterback. The quarterback can get 50 yards as well. Cool. We need a running back that gets us at least 50 yards just to make, like I said, you've got to push Texas defense and make them have to conform. And if you can get a big player here or there, sure. But I think just slow and steady, go in there, win the game, get the heck up out of there healthy is the most important thing possible.
Brad, what about for Texas?
We need Dr. Shin to not be a miracle worker. I think that's the biggest key, right? I mean,
I appreciate so much that you've gotten involved in the Dr. Shin memes as well.
So funny. So funny. Well done, Oklahoma fan base. You guys have crushed those. Look, Texas is favored right now, according to our friends at FanDuel. Like that changes if John Mateer plays. Like he is a touchdown difference in a game like this. So if Mateer's able to go, I wonder if Oklahoma, this is the biggest game of the year, so you probably don't ever want to punt on this game, but Oklahoma could still lose this game, still make the SEC title, still make the playoffs. So Mateer's obviously the biggest part of your season. Do they err on the side of caution? Who knows? But John Mateer not playing would obviously be big for Texas. But either way, I mean, it's the same thing Jay said. It's the lines of scrimmage. And for Texas, they have to be the exact opposite of what they were this past weekend. I don't know how you could turn things around in a 7-day span, but that's what Texas has to do because the offensive and defensive lines got punked by a Florida team that is not as good as this Oklahoma team that the Longhorns are playing. So I don't know what had to change. I don't know if it's new players. I don't know if it's new scheme. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be a total 180 from what we saw from Texas because if Texas rolls into the Cotton Bowl with that same line play that we just saw, Oklahoma's going to win, and they're going to win this game going away, regardless of who's playing quarterback for the Sooners.
Yeah, for me, it's containing the quarterbacks. If I'm looking at it from either perspective, because both quarterbacks, whether it's Arch Manning or John Mateer or Michael Hawkins Jr., they can beat you with their legs. If you can get pressure, great. But if you can't get home and you let those guys loose, you could be gashed for a big run or even a big pass play down the field in the scramble drill. So I think that's a big key to watching this one is who does the best job at containing the quarterback and not letting them get free after the pressure gets home. So let's go through this and you can even give a prediction for if Mateer plays versus if he doesn't, if you like, or if you just want to go with both in your prediction, go for it. But Jay, we'll start with you. What's your prediction for OU Texas?
I predict that Mateer plays, and I think Oklahoma goes out there and really balls out. I'm adjusting my score. I'm gonna say 23-10.
All right, Brad, for Texas, Oklahoma, I'll give you guys some respect.
Thank you.
Hey, whack. No,
I've always said,
well, you are the neutral party.
Our buddy Brad.
You are the neutral party. Yes, you are the one that's controlling this.
I'm trying. I can't help it completely, guys. I'm not going to be entirely neutral, but I'll throw a little bone to our Longhorns fans down there. I did grow up in Texas a little bit. I got some friends. Shout out to my boy Josh, who's a Texas fan.
It's not a good thing.
Hey, I've always said that, whoever leads the all-time rivalry gets their name first. So once you guys...
Okay, I take it back. Screw it.
...are able to catch
What's
up...
What's your prediction for OU Texas?
You're a little behind. If y'all are able to catch up, then maybe we can change the name to that godforsaken pronunciation. That is horrible. It sounds awful. The Mateer thing's interesting. I mean, Jay, you know more about the Sooners than I do. I don't like hearing you say that Mateer's going to play... I hate to give two predictions. I've never done this in my life. If Mateer plays, Oklahoma's going to win, I'll say 24-17. If it's Michael Hawkins who plays, I think Texas wins 20-17. I really think it's that big of a difference. So, I'm irrationally confident with what I've seen from Texas if Michael Hawkins Jr. plays. But if Mateer is out there, then again, I think he's that big of a difference maker, and the result of who gets the golden hat changes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tight defensive ball game regardless. I think this has that early 2000s 13-10 feel to it, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be 13-10. I think it's going to be something like Oklahoma 19, Texas 13. I think Tate Sandell, Oklahoma's kicker, is going to be clutch again in this one, and he's going to be one of the keys to the game for the Sooners. They've been more than willing to kick field goals when they get into, fourth and short situations on their, on the Texas or the opponent's side of the 50, because they believe in their kicker's leg to go get them points. They're playing defensive football this year, which is strange. I don't know what to do with that, but it's really enjoyable to watch this team just be willing to take points when those points are available. So that's kind of where I'm at. 19-13. I know it's kind of a weird score, but I could see it being a one-score game either way. I think it's going to be a really fun ball game. Brad, do you have like a bold prediction in this one that you're like, hey, I want to see this player have a breakout or whatever it is?
Yeah, I'm going to eat 5 Fletcher's corny dogs before
there you go.
Oh, yeah. Bold prediction. Yeah, I will say each team scores a defensive touchdown in this game.
Love it.
So, maybe that's not that bold considering how good these defenses are and how these offenses have been, but I will say we get multiple non-offensive scores Saturday afternoon. What about you?
Jay, what about you, man?
I think that we caused 2 more turnovers in this game. Something that we have not been doing much of this season is getting turnovers, and I think we forced some turnovers, probably a fumble as well as I think a defensive touchdown comes to Oklahoma in this game.
All right. Hey, and then your corn dog topping real quick.
Mustard. Come on.
Yeah. Jay?
Mustard.
Yeah,
I'm not a communist. There's some things we can all agree on, regardless of which side of the rivalry.
And if it's the right corn dog, I don't even need anything on it. Like the right corn dog is perfection just as it is. What's your favorite Texas moment in the OU Texas game, the Red River Showdown?
Thank you for your correction there.
Nice, man.
I was a student at Texas. Yeah, OU fans, save the t-shirt fan jokes. I actually went to Texas. We deserve a lot of those. I don't know. I think 2013 or 2015, the 2 games where I was a student, where OU was a double-digit favorite. Y'all had no business losing to Texas in either of those games. To be there in the student section and watch a couple of upsets was pretty fun. And yeah, I guess Dicker the kicker's field goal a few years ago was one of the best Texas OU games of all time. So I'll go with those 3 when you asked me for one.
All right, Jay, what about you?
That's good. Moment. It's got to be my favorite one has got to be the Roy Williams Superman. That is still the most elite moment to dive over, force the arid pass that gets caught by Teddy Lehman for a touchdown. It's still one of the best. I mean, Caleb Williams coming in too was probably just pretty much absurd. That was just so much fun. You're up 28-7 and Texas fans just knew, baby, it's over. And then it was not over. Kennedy Brooks touchdown. I'm going to add a third one, too. I'm going to add this one, of course, from 2023. Shout out to our guy, Danny Stutzman.
The T-shirt boy. Yes. Oklahoma fears God, Kansas, and Oklahoma State, but not Texas. Is that what the shirt said?
No. Oklahoma fears God, Texas fears Oklahoma. But yes, that Dylan Gabriel final drive was another great one, as Oklahoma led the entire game until that last moment of the game.
So yeah, I'll go with a little bit of recency bias here. The Marvin Mims game. You brought up Caleb Williams, but to me, it's the Marvin Mims game. He doesn't make those 2 acrobatic catches down the field, and Oklahoma doesn't win that game, especially that one that's along the sideline for the touchdown. I mean, that's one of the greatest catches I've ever seen. It's absolutely incredible. And then one of my favorite images is just Texas running out onto the field in 2023 and Jalil Farouk just standing right there with the Texas players running by him. I don't know. It just really cool. But yeah, so many good ones.
We have different favorite memories from this game, it sounds like.
Also, one of my favorite Oklahoma, Texas kind of GIFs, memes is CeeDee Lamb running through the entire Texas defense. That was super fun. So anyway.
So many of those.
But anyway.
So many of them.
It's going to be great. This is going to be a great weekend. It's one of the best weekends in all of sports, in my opinion, not just college football, just sports in general. And it highlights what makes college football so special. The NFL does not have anything like this. NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, maybe New York, Boston in Major League Baseball is about the only thing that comes close to this on North American soil. European soccer can kind of compare a little bit, but nothing else compares to OU Texas weekend. The Red River Showdown, the Red River rivalry, the Red River Shootout, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a great game. Go follow Brad and subscribe to Locked On Longhorns wherever you get your podcasts. You can subscribe to Locked On Sooners wherever you get your podcasts as well. Make sure you make Locked On Longhorns and Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. It's going to be a great weekend. Have fun. Drive safe if you're getting to Dallas this weekend. And Boomer Sooner.
Hook 'em.
Horns down, baby.